Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, 5 Minutes Coaching with Max. Today I want to share with you a concept that has completely reshaped my ability to pursue my goal and stay motivated, that I call the tree life. So what is it about? Well, let me explain what I mean by going through each of the tree lives that we have, and let's start with the first one, the one that we are all aware of, which is the life that we currently have. We may like it, we may not like it, but we all know what it is. As a matter of fact, this is the only life that most people are aware of. The second life is the life that we want, our ideal life. And as I said, most people don't have a clear picture of what that might look like, but there is an increasing number of us who consciously invest time to do that. And that's crucial because to move in a certain direction, to create what we want, we need to first design it with clarity. And this is already a big step forward compared to those who don't have a clear target. Still, it is not enough to succeed. In fact, when we're only aware of the life that we have and the one that we wish to have, it is not easy to stay motivated. We picture our ideal scenario, we get excited, and we start working on it. And yet, when we soon realize that the way to create the life we want and the change in the lifestyle that comes with it has very little to do with our ideal life, we start losing motivation. We start shifting the focus between the life that we have and the life that we want without realizing that in between lies a third life that we need to have to create what we want. This third life is often not so appealing, yet if you don't find a way to get excited about it, embrace it, and make it your main focus for the time needed, you will always remain where you are. Let me give you an example. Let's suppose you have a job and a certain lifestyle that comes with it. It could be working in a bank, in a restaurant, or whatever it may be, and that represents the life that you have. Now, let's say that you want to be a speaker and you want to travel around the world to share your message, and that represents the life that you want. Now, it's not that after setting that goal, one day you magically move from being a banker or a waiter to being a speaker. To create the scenario, you need to embrace a third life, which is the life that you need to have to create the life that you want to have. And as I said before, this third life has little to do with your ideal life. It implies changing habits, letting go of what you're accustomed to, including some of the things that you like about your current life. At the same time, this third life involves no traveling and at first no speaking in front of an audience. Instead, it requires a disciplined life where you spend hours sitting at a desk alone researching material for your speeches. It may also require you to wake up early in the morning and avoid late night to make it possible for you to acquire the new knowledge that is needed. Now, when you really dislike or even hate your current life, it can be easy to let it go to embrace the life you need to have, the one of transition. But when you think your life as it is not so bad after all, it is hard to let it go for the one you need to have, no matter how much you like the ideal life you're aiming at. And this is one of the biggest challenges for people who are into the law of attraction, a philosophy that, unless it's properly understood, can create more damages than advantages. In fact, some of the followers of this precious and yet often misunderstood philosophy invite you to focus on the life that you want. And if you do that according to certain principle, you will move magically from the life that you have to your ideal life. Yet the missing piece here, as I said, is that if you're not willing to embrace the life that you need to have to create the life that you want with all the changes that it requires, you will never get there. In other words, it is easy to prefer your ideal life to your current life. What is not so easy is to make the life of transition more appealing than your current lifestyle. This is particularly true at the beginning when success is not guaranteed. Let me give you another example. Let's suppose you have a message that you believe millions will be able to listen. And to do that, you choose to create a YouTube channel. If that's the life you want, you first have to get excited about sharing your message when barely anyone listens. And then when a handful of people listen, then hundreds, and in time maybe thousands, several thousands, and finally millions. Being a messenger for millions, the life that you want, requires you to first get excited about sharing your message when very few people listen. That's the life you need to have to create the life that you want to have. Maybe while still having a regular job and juggling with the little time available to you. If you don't get excited about this life of transition, that I call the third life, you will never manage to create your ideal life. You will never become the guy who shares his message with millions of people. In conclusion, don't just focus on the life that you have, that I call the first life. Move to step 2 and design your ideal life, the second life. Then it comes the crucial step. You need to focus on what I call the third life, the life that you need to have to create the life that you want to have. No matter how tough it can be, no matter how disciplined you need to become, you need to make this third life more exciting than your current one, particularly at the beginning when you still don't get a chance to experience any of the benefit of your target life. Unless you do that, you won't succeed. But if you manage to make that shift, then the sky is the limit. Have that clear in mind before you start pursuing your goals, and you'll become unstoppable. Well, I hope this makes sense to you. And as I always say, feel free to write your comments and share these videos if you think it will be beneficial for others to watch it. Well, that's all for today. Bye for now from Max Leone.